So, does this picture offend you? I think maybe it should, but I don't know for sure.
This is United A-Holes, a video cast discussing cultural topics with no filter.
All right. So Brent showed us a silly photo. You've probably already seen it, and if not, we'll probably put it somewhere around here. And you can look at it for a couple seconds. We'll
just go right across the top with it. Ding, 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 ding.
It's bouncing. I'm going to attempt.
Scratch, no pants.
I have never looked yet, but I'm going to attempt to find and credit the person who created the photo because it is pretty worthy of having. It
is. I'm assuming that statue is somewhere.
Somewhere.
It exists. So that's why I asked if you wanted to use it. But yeah, if we credit wherever it came from.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the whole point of it is not to poach their,
We need a coaster for that so that we don't kill everyone listening. Headphone warning.
You can edit that out. You can drop the just for a second.
After it happened. Good job.
Yeah. I'll put this all out of order. It's going to be completely fuckered.
Get one of those get one of those horns.
That word.
Get one of those horns like you had on the bicycle and you go, and put that in instead of the clank.
Clank. No, I'll just get a cymbal and beat the hell out of it and make it even worse.
we derailed again.
Okay,
so I looked at that. I laughed. I sent it to a friend of mine who sends me funny stuff that some of it you just can't put out on Facebook, but you look at it and you laugh and you go, that's funny.
Racist.
No, most of it's all sex related stuff. Anyway.
Sex with racists.
Yeah.
Yes. How did you know?
He loves the URL.
So I looked at it. I laughed. That was my first reaction. And then a few minutes later, I'm like, okay, am I supposed to be offended over this?
Because it insinuates that men are thinking what's there.
It insinuates that the only brain that we have is between our legs, that we think with our dink.
Yeah.
There's another song. Think with your dink. Think with your dink. Think with your dink. Think with your dink.
You guys got to do this together better if I'm going to cut this into a song.
Come on, now you're skilled, man. Yeah. Wicka, think with your dink.
Sink the pink.
No, you can't use that. That's already an existing line.
You've just been struck. Thunderstruck.
Stop it.
2 in a row.
So this is what went through my mind. Should I be offended? Am I not on the right side of where we're at as a society? Because if that picture were turned into a female version, and then I tried for like 2 days now to think of, well, if you were going to take that out and then put in the female form,
just replace a man's wallet with the female brain. And wait, did I say that out loud?
Don't cry out loud.
That's a good example.
Keep it inside.
If you did that,
it would be the same level of offensive intent.
Right, exactly.
But it would get way more back.
Yes.
Me just saying that will be like hella offensive. I mean, it wasn't truly.
No, we were trying to think of an example, and clearly we're not bad guys because we had a hard time coming up with one. Well, I did. Anyway.
Yeah, you were really good.
Quick to the kill.
So I was like, should I be offended? That's first thought. And it's like, well, no, because I'm not. My initial thought, I laughed at it because I have a sense of humor. It's funny. I know that the intention is not, like, it's a joke. That's the whole point of it. But then that leads to, well, then why can't there be a female version of that gets sent around that people look at and go, that's funny?
Are you sure it was a joke?
I
know it was when sent to you, it was a joke, but the original creator, was it a joke?
It doesn't bother me if it wasn't.
No, but was it?
Realistically, I don't know. We would have to dig in and see if that. To me, it looks like it's an existing statue somewhere, some modern art that somebody did.
The joke comes from the caption that whoever created this image.
But it wouldn't even need the caption. If you look at that picture,
right?
That
it has
brain
the same
hanging,
meaning.
You're like, So then, is it because we are white males? is it easier for us to laugh at these things when somebody pokes fun at us? I don't get offended by the cracker or honky or any of that stuff. I wouldn't even be offended if somebody said it to me and I knew that they meant it
in an offensive way.
I'm walking in the world somewhere. I was going to pick on New York, but I don't know. Maybe that offends the New Yorkers. I don't know. And somebody, hey, honky. What?
I would find it very silly.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone were to yell honky,
honky, cracker, whatever.
At first, I think of
if they had mofo.
Honky is actually a very, very, very expensive Chinese-made car.
Oh, that's right.
Just happened to learn that this weekend. It's 800,000 pounds, or about $1.4 million Canadian.
Oh, you're not joking.
No.
Any more useless information?
And Stick around!
And it's called a honky.
Yeah.
And it's
Now, is that just the
made in
translation,
China?
or that's literally...
That's the pronunciation of the Chinese character for the car.
So it's not like the French one, the Le Citron, which they didn't realize meant...
Citron.
The Citron or whatever it was. So is that me because of who I am, that I can laugh at that, but then...
Well, clearly you're white.
Does it have like a bigger horn than usual?
Yeah, but
most
okay.
cars?
So how do we translate that into other people having a sense of humor and not being offended by things that are meant clearly as just a joke? Or at least that's my experience with it. You raised a good point. It may have been meant mean-spirited. Maybe it was. I don't know. But it's still not going to ruin my day. I think when you dig,
and I'm not, I'll play the other side of this. I shouldn't be speaking on behalf of anyone, but a majority of the people that get offended by stuff, I think you can look back at some point in history at oppression of that subset of people, that group, whether it be LGBTQ or racial separations or whatever, but there's some level of oppression that has already happened.
Right.
Maybe we'll get to the point in our lifetimes where white males are oppressed in some format to the point where we find anything like that offensive.
That's the thing. It comes from the history, right? Like,
Yeah.
Right.
white guys have a pretty decent history, you know.
Apart from killing each other, it's been pretty,
but
whatever.
we take our own.
I'll fight with my brother if I want to.
There's always going to be some kind of offense, and
You know,
we
family
see it,
members,
especially you and I,
Yes.
based on the nature of the stuff that we do. Because how many times have you heard this? I try not to do it. I make it like a point not to. But somebody walks into your store.
I'm listening.
Oh my God, there's my screenshot right there.
Somebody walks into a store and says, "Do you have so-and-so? They're expensive, you know." Well, I didn't ask you how much it was. I asked you if you had them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
Hi.
hi,
Are you
sweetheart.
talking about human trafficking?
I think he's on human trafficking.
So I had a question, and I didn't do what I was going to do. I was going to write shit down, and I didn't. And now I've forgotten the question.
You say that every episode.
Just make one up.
I know. What I need to. All right.
Pretend you're reading. Fake read.
What's the question?
Let's see how good a fake reader
Brett,
Brent
do you have a
is.
question?
What was the question?
I don't believe you.
You raise your goddamn hand one more time.
More emotion. He just said we were number one, Randy.
That's
You're
right.
number one.
There. Now I can make notes.
I
if I need
think-
to, so.
I think it comes from it's a societal.
Suicidal?
Suicidal. No, a societal
Susudio.
expectation of okay, if I'm talking about if you did the female version, before we even make that, we know that there will be a societal thing. And
We know it will
so-
be offended.
Right.
Someone will be offended
Yeah.
by it.
Which I don't know what I'm talking
So,
I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
about. Okay.
Yeah.
so
We're with you.
Does that mean that because we are easier to target, because that's what I'm getting out of this, well, we can make this statue, and then we can make a meme, and then we can send it out, and even the white guys are going to laugh at it?
Right.
Because I noticed that the statue did not have color. It appeared to be...
Gray or...
It
Yeah.
appeared to represent a Caucasian male, I would assume.
Doesn't it take extra work to make it colored though?
You
Don't
dip-
say color.
I don't know, you dip it. You dip it in some orange paint, and now it's orange.
Ryan!
I think it's a guy from
It was
Pompeii.
Clay, wasn't it?
So sure, I
Fired Clay.
don't. Was his name Clay? I don't know.
Oh, I know Clay.
Clay.
Peabody.
Pea brain. So you guys keep fucking derailing me, but what you're good at.
But it's so easy.
So, should we start taking more offense to that stuff?
No.
Should we start?
There's already enough outrage.
Okay.
Right.
There's already enough.
I'm already outraged.
Okay, so then should it be the other way around? Are there people out there that need to back down a little bit?
The whole world needs to calm the fuck down.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So we are setting the example.
When you
No.
say we, you mean we as in white males, as in white supremacy?
No, us assholes right here.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we're discussing.
Okay, no.
But you're white when you said that, so that's
Yeah, you were
That's
right
right.
when you said
That's
that.
implied.
Men as a whole group.
Do you,
Right.
okay,
I-
like show of hands, who actually thinks that men think with their dicks?
yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Randy?
I'm with the Joe Rogan school of thought. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. To a degree, it's always a consideration.
Before every major life decision, you should knock one out.
I do that, but with people.
Everybody has their own process.
Knockout king.
No, you get that out of the way, and then you're not distracted by anything.
Do you
You're
think
thinking clear.
Well,
Do you think that men
okay.
think with their dicks?
No, and I'll tell you why. Because that is only a small percentage of our life. We make a whole lot of fucking decisions through the run of the day. Being in sales, driving down the fucking highway. I'm not driving down the highway going, there's a transport in front of me, there's a little bit of snow, temperature's down, things are freezing. I kind of want to get to Fredericton a little bit sooner than I'd like to make up some time. Am I going to pass this truck? Well, let's get up beside him and see if it's a male or female. Is it somebody I want to fuck?
No,
Am I going to
but-
get to jerk off on the way?
But there are people that will jerk off in their vehicles on the way to Fredericton.
Sure.
So they're thinking with their dink.
Okay, here's what I'll say.
No. I would submit that they are not. They are curing boredom.
Curing boredom?
I got to drive all the fucking way to Woodstock.
You take your shirt off to jerk off.
He's in a
Well,
onesie.
okay. Have I mentioned the onesie enough times tonight? It's my tuxie. It's all one piece.
Oh, you are?
Jesus, officer, I have to get my prescription changed on my glasses.
Brent, you're adorable.
It's all one.
He's getting naked on the internet.
There you go. It's all one piece.
What's under that, though?
This episode is
under
brought to
this?
you by YouPorn.
This is my white body.
Yeah, what's,
Oh, I'm blind.
All right.
Says the guy that
That's
interviewed-
probably more
So I'm
offensive than the
going to
picture.
ask a question that's almost impossible for us to answer, because I don't think I can think of anything off the top of my head, but maybe you guys can. That didn't offend us, but what would?
Oh, where's your offense level?
Yeah. Where do you get offended? What's the line, and what is it? Is it?
Making fun of the area I live in mean-spiritedly. Where if somebody were to
A bunch of backwoods, hick, redneck,
that type
blah,
of
blah,
thing.
blah, blah.
But now here's the thing.
Not that I thought that.
yeah, I know this is a wound you've just opened, but let me explain something.
Focus, see if it's true.
I'm a man named Brent.
Here's the thing. I'm going to be more offended depending on where they're from.
Oh, see, you're doing the same thing they're doing.
If you're from the big city and you've never lived in this area and you're making comments, I'm going to be a little offended and be like, you know what? You don't fucking live here, so you don't get it. So I guess that would be a thing. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be like, in my head, I'm going to be like, fuck this guy. I've had people tell me in a different job that life means less in New Brunswick than it does in Ontario because they have a better healthcare system. And I was like,
Yeah, but the cost of
it's got
living is
nothing to
lower
do with
here,
me.
so-
I'm just telling you what prescriptions are covered and how much in this province. It is dick to do with me.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you. And I just got anger from somebody who wasn't happy with the results that they got. It wasn't really aimed at me, but I was the one that took it. So yeah, that type of thing is like,
Okay.
yeah, but fuck you. That did kind of offend me a little bit.
What would offend you, Josh?
I'm really hard to offend.
I know.
The only thing that will genuinely offend me is if it's a personal attack. You can say
Like your shirt, for example.
it's a great shirt. You can say,
It's a fabulous shirt.
what's wrong with this shirt?
Oh, nothing.
I'm a soldier of the cross, Brent.
Good deal. I'm the atheist. I'm the atheist next door.
We'll explain this later.
Notice that the cross does have an X going through it, though.
Oh, that's
That's
true.
two swords.
Oh, it's two swords.
Yeah.
Still an X.
Soldiers.
Now, did they start in the top
Oh, so
left and go
swords-
to the bottom right,
I thought
and then
it was-
top right down to the bottom
sorry.
left?
Yeah, how do you draw an X?
That's a number 7.
It's number 7. Okay, so
That's swords
personal
being
attacks will
crossed.
offend you.
Okay.
Personal attacks. You can, like, if it's directed 100% at me and not even at a group that I kind of consider myself a part of, you can say what you want about whatever group or whatever. But if it's about me specifically, that's when I can get offended.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So,
I'm with
Like
you
picking
there.
on your beard.
It's a great beard, Frank.
That was actually.
What's going on?
What is up with people from where he's from?
You know what? that was actually a trick because you do have a great beard. You get no.
I mean,
you
it's
get no
okay.
patches and shit, and you,
I mean,
and you do
it's
a good
okay.
line.
Not as good as yours.
That's right.
That's right, baby. What about you? What would offend you, Ryan?
Being told my opinion doesn't matter because I didn't live it. That offends me. And there was a comedian, I forget the guy that said it, but I've never flown a helicopter, but I know when one lands in a tree, that's not supposed to be there. That's my comeback, right? Like,
There you go.
just because I don't have kids doesn't mean I can't tell you what you're doing wrong,
Right.
right? I'm outside observer. I have a
You have a brain.
objective opinion,
Yeah.
but that offends me when
Yeah,
I'm
take that screaming brat back out to the car. I don't want to hear him all the way across Walmart.
What offends you, Kendall?
Ignorance.
Ignorance.
Specifically right now.
Anyway,
I don't understand. What does that mean?
All right, what offends you?
I don't know, man. I literally, like when I said I started this, I haven't had a hard job to think of one. I mean, if you attacked a member of my family in a malicious manner, like not physically attacked, but I mean,
Yeah.
verbally attacked a member of my family in some way, call them
physically attacking you.
Are you? Yeah. Are you
Yeah.
okay with?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
they'll fight you off.
Clearly,
I've trained them hard. Ryan
Clearly.
told me that was how I was supposed to do it.
Clearly, they were asking for it. So
I won 3
Swing
out
away.
of 4 arm wrestles with your son. So
He's 10. And Josh did win 3 out of 4. It was pretty good. I think you let him have one, maybe. So what do you think? Are we offended about anything else? Anything? Anyone got it?
no.
I think the walls could be repainted.
You should be offended by that because you just painted them.
I did. I just painted them.
Well, you didn't.
No. But,
What do you mean by you?
yeah. Josh can also stick a straw up my arse and suck all the farts out of it.
Not for free, Ken. Not for free.
Oh, fuck. Duh.
I insist on paying.